What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode number 70, round number, nice solid 70. And there's no other way to start this episode off than celebrating the US of the MF and A qualifying into the knockout stage. I don't even know the term advancing into the knockout stage.
Advancing.
Sure, whatever. We're gonna call it. They made the FIFA college football playoff. The committee selected them. They're in. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. USA. Also kind of a sick. I'm not sure if you saw this. Pulisic, he got injured during his goal. So he scored the goal to go up 1-0. We won 1-0. But during his goal, he got hurt and they had to sub him off.
Some would say that Pulisic made the ultimate sacrifice for the boys to win today.
Yeah, no, that's what some people say, but he was in the hospital, for his leg or something. I don't fucking know, to be honest. But took a Snapchat like, let's fucking go, boys. I'll be back Saturday. Like, don't worry. So Captain America's back. That's all you can ask for. But I don't know anything about soccer.
His nuts made the ultimate sacrifice.
I don't know, actually know how it works, but I just want to say the USA midfielders, those boys play with heart, okay? Those boys are playing football out there on the soccer field. They're playing football out there, if you know what I mean. Real football out there. Musa,
big boy.
Musa, that man, he could play DB for me, okay? That man's a baller. He's fast, physical. That's what I want. Lean too. He'd be a perfect safety. Coming up, boom, hitting you right over the middle. That's my guy, Musa. That's my football comp. I only know these guys in football terms. Pulisic is I swear this isn't race, just like McCaffrey, like a receiving back.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that's just like a Danny Woodhead type of player.
When you start off a line,
not a Burkhead.
When you start off a line with being, I swear to God, this isn't racist.
Yeah, you're never setting yourself up for something good. But no, yeah, I'd compare him to that. But yeah, USA. We're done talking about that because they play what? Yeah, Saturday. It's a while from now. 6 days. And Saturday, I mean, we got college football to watch.
It's a 7 a.m. game for you, by the way, on Saturday. 7 a.m.
Okay, real quick while we're on the subject, let's have the debate. What is the best time zone to watch sports in the United States? You're saying Central, you're biased. As a Pacific time zone guy, I can firmly say we're the worst. I can firmly say that. Now, some people will argue, yeah, but it could be, I don't know, 7 o'clock and the late games are starting.
Actually, you know what the best time zone
later? Yeah, I get the argument.
Time zone is? You know what the best time? The mountain's
the greatest time zone for everything. You get the perfect mix where NFL starts at 11 a.m. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? 11 a.m.? Oh my God.
Perfect.
You got so much time in the morning to wake up if you're one of those people. But if you're hungover and you want to roll out of bed 11 a.m., oh, that's a perfect night of sleep. So NFL, which is obviously
the night games, those night games start at 5 o'clock and they're done by 8:30, 9 o'clock. They're done by 8:30, 9 o'clock. You still got the rest of the night if you need something else.
Prime time slates start at 2. I mean, that's just goated. And early morning college football is at 10 a.m., which is early, but at least it's not 9.
9 would
and
be
if you're dedicated,
you
can still catch all the late games. You can still catch Pac-12 if you're it's Mountain's perfect. I would say, is Arizona Mountain? Because if they're Mountain, yes. they're the greatest because they don't do daylight saving too.
I think no one does daylight saving anymore, but they canceled daylight savings after this year. It's never happening again.
Dude, they went after they canceled daylight saving too, bro. Who's next?
But
dude,
I
daylight
think
saving time can't wait. Actually,
yeah, like it fully is like not a thing anymore.
I'm not sure about that one.
No, like there's like a law that's like no more daylight savings. Like there's fully no more. Senate approves bill to make daylight saving time like permanent. So like it doesn't switch anymore.
Starting in 2023. Oh,
so we're done. Like,
wow,
we don't have it anymore.
That's fucking lit. Well, never mind. But I was gonna give Arizona a shout out, but I'm still fuck you, Arizona. Never mind. You don't get anything. But yeah, the Mountain Time Zone. Yeah, talk about a pre-college football rant right there, Everett. That's a good discussion. Okay, college football, Everett.
Pregame right there.
That essentially was our pre-show.
That might be the pre. All right, fuck.
I essentially was. Shit, should I do the intro right?
Fuck.
No, okay. All right, college football. Okay, last rankings just came out before the obvious final selections, final playoff selections. So I'm just going up until the last team that matters. So we got Georgia, Michigan, TCU, SC, Ohio State, Bama, Tennessee, Penn State, Clemson, Kansas State, Utah, Washington, Justice for Washington, Florida State, LSU, Oregon State, Oregon, UCLA, Tulane. So after that, I don't give a shit. But those are your top 18. Those are your top 18. If this were a 12-team college football playoff, those would be the 18 teams in contention to get it.
Yeah. Well,
I might go out on a limb and say
also technically has contention, but they
I
won't
might go out on a limb and say a lot of conference championship game losers will also be like whoever loses the SEC championship game, you're in. Like whoever
that like early game slate. That's
like there's going to be a couple of just conference championship game losers who are auto in. But yeah, off of those top things, obviously my rankings, justice for fucking Washington. That's the only thing I gotta say. It's a embarrassment that they're 12th. The only reason Utah is ahead of Washington is so they can just say it's the two best Pac-12 teams going up against each other in the rankings. Literally, that's the only reason why.
That's it.
Maybe you could say Utah has beaten USC, the best team in the Pac-12. Maybe you could say that, but Washington's 10-2. They're
it's to make the game feel like there's bigger stakes, a bigger game. Like
Utah lost to Florida. All right, come on, guys. Let's think about this here. But anyway, okay. Everett, do you have any qualms with this? Or are you mad that I don't know, maybe Bama over Tennessee? A lot of people upset about that. I think this is an example of Bama bias, yes, but also just projection outlook. If Hendon Hooker was healthy, I'm pretty sure Tennessee would definitely be over Bama. I'm pretty sure he would be. I think that's the reason that Bama's over Tennessee.
I agree with that.
I think maybe if they really thought Bama was that much better than Tennessee, there may even be a world where Penn State's above.
Look,
Tennessee.
so like here's the deal. We kind of knew that the committee would put Ohio State at 5 too.
Yeah, we knew.
Ohio State doesn't really deserve to be at 5, but they are at 5. And I think that the big thing is I do actually like K-State at 10. Clemson should not be a top 10 team in college football.
Also, I truly don't believe any team in the country deserves that 10 spot. I don't think
here's the thing. Teams throw out Clemson, put Clemson at 12, put Washington at 8. Then your top 10 is Georgia, Michigan, TCU, USC, Ohio State, Bama, Tennessee, Penn State, Washington, K-State. I'd say that's a pretty good top 10. Literally just make one adjustment, throw Clemson out, put Washington in. You have Washington and K-State.
You know what? I actually would. I'd kind of be cool with that.
I think that's fair.
It's just, I think you can also argue Clemson, they lost by 1 on the road.
They've lost 2 games in the last.
No, I know. But I'm thinking from the committee's perspective here, they could be thinking they lost by 1 to South Carolina, who's kind of been on a hot streak.
That was the first game of their hot streak. Oh no, that was the second game of their hot streak.
So I can see a little bit of that. Like, for example, like South Carolina's ranked 19th right behind Tulane. So
but they got dominated. Yeah,
that's literally it. That's literally the reason.
They got dominated by Notre Dame as well.
South Carolina did? I did.
No. Clemson did. Clemson did. Clemson got routed.
No. I know that too. And Notre Dame just kind of got pooped on by USC.
Yeah. Also, their margin of victory versus Syracuse, Florida State, not very high. Wake Forest, not very high. All those are one-score games. So.
No, yeah. I mean, Clemson. I
think Washington deserves to be there. But I mean, whatever.
I'm a Washington truther. But yeah, one thing that really caught my attention, Everett, LSU, after their bad loss to A&M, the committee actually did something somewhat right. They moved them down 9 spots to 14 and put them behind Florida State, who beat LSU in week 1 this season. So I can still see them being biased and being like, oh, well, LSU right now is better than Florida State. But after that loss, you can't say that. And thank you, committee.
Recency bias should be more prevalent. I feel like at the start of the season, anybody can really do anything. When you're this late in the season, you really have to make an effort to win, to beat a better team.
No, I agree with that, but I can understand them if LSU barely lost on some bullshit against A&M. I could still see them being ahead of Florida State now, maybe even like the 10 seed.
I mean, if you had no, not the 10.
Just for the SEC matchup.
Could be, but I don't really know.
Like, I'm saying a whole BS block punt Michigan State loss. Like,
I am kind of surprised. I get for South Carolina that like they beat 2 top teams. Like, obviously that's great, but I am kind of surprised they made
just SEC bias.
I'm just kind of surprised they threw them all the way at 19 for that. Like, I thought that they would be in the 20s somewhere.
Mississippi State 24, NC South Carolina State 19, LSU 14, Tennessee and Bama and Georgia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I counted that wrong. I think it's actually 7, but fuck, still 6 or 7. Whatever. Yeah, no, I mean rankings. Yeah. I also love that. Thank God they put Oregon State over Oregon after they beat them. That could have been bad. But UCLA down at 17 now. That's interesting.
One in front of us.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Everett? Any thoughts on that, or do you want to get into this conference championship weekend preview?
My one thing with our ranking is I'm not surprised. We all know that G5 teams are not like, the committee doesn't look great upon us. Like, they never give us much favoritism. Going up 1 spot after beating the 25 team in the nation, beating a team to go to the championship game, like, I feel like that's warranted of a higher increase than 1, especially since UCF went up by like 2.
They went up 3.
No,
they stayed.
And this I think they stayed. And the other one they went up by 3, I think.
Yeah, AP. I mean, who cares?
But I think that we should be a little bit higher than 18. I think that we're still underlooked, undervalued, and I think we'll show on Saturday why that shouldn't be the case. Roll wave.
I think that's
the
a
highest,
nice, easy transition.
The highest I've seen us rated is 11. So,
yeah, no, I do think though Power 5 they it's like you better be literally undefeated to have a chance of getting in, like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Or 1 loss and 10 seed. Yeah. If that. Yeah. Which is, I mean, the when it goes to 12 teams, there's gonna be
it'll be nice
G5 bid every year. So
yeah, it'll be nice, but
that's just win and get in. That's control your own destiny. So we'll love that. Okay, conference championship weekend preview. Everett, UCF Tulane rematch. I know you said you're not talking about Tulane anymore, but you just talked about Tulane, so you have.
I'm talking about our rankings, but it's different than talking about the game. I'm not really.
You're not.
I'm not talking about the game. I will say. I won't talk about us. I can talk about UCF. I'm not gonna give any explanation.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
But what I will say,
I want you to save your energy for the Vikings. Okay, you guys got a big fucking game this week.
We got a big game.
You got a big fucking game.
The only thing that I do want to say is, preparing for two quarterbacks is definitely difficult, but Plumlee cannot throw the ball for the life of him.
Was that the main starter from the last game?
He can only run. Like, that's his thing, is running. It's hard for them to be able to repeat on us what they did twice already.
No man
like
coverage.
They ran up the middle twice to get most of their points last time they played us. It's pretty hard to do that twice,
downfield,
2 games in the row, especially when their best player most likely has a severe grade hamstring injury, which is gonna it's gonna be difficult for him to run with. So it's gonna be interesting. But I think that they're going to be a bit more hobbled than they appear to be, and that can make a big difference in the game. It also just comes down to whether or not the refs want to give favoritism to them again or not. But maybe we'll review what pass interference means this time before we actually ref a game this week.
Call him out, Everett. Call him out. Let him know. So one thing I just want to say, the AAC championship game be going on the same time as the SEC championship.
I did see that today. Yes.
To all the water boys out there, if you don't have your fucking phone or laptop out streaming, at the minimum streaming, for me, it's going to be on my TV. I'm going to be streaming the SEC game, but I will accept SEC on the TV and streaming, but you better fucking do it.
I'll also throw it out.
Or else you're banned from listening to us.
Take a picture of your streaming setup with both of the games and tweet it to us at Waterboy Pod. Send it to us.
Oh yeah, dude, way to fucking generate interaction with the fucking audience ever. Good shit. Okay, Utah, USC, Pac-12 championship game. USC gets their rematch. I thought it was going to be USC Washington or USC Oregon, but Pac-12 gonna Pac-12.
I'm gonna call it right now. Every team that gets a rematch in the conference championship this week, every team that's having a rematch, the team that lost the first game, the first matchup, is winning this weekend. Calling that now.
So you are saying, wow. So Everett, you're telling me that USC, Kansas State, and Tulane. Wait, Clemson, North Carolina, did they play this year?
I don't think they played. I don't think they played.
Wait, we're about to find out the winner. We're about to find out who's going to win that game. Have not played this year.
Okay.
You dodged a fucking bullet.
I dodged a major bullet.
I was about to say Clemson won that shit because their 2 losses were North Carolina was not one of them. But no, yeah. Actually,
every team that lost.
Yeah, just say that one more time. Make it quick, confident, bold, crispy. Say it one more time.
This weekend in the conference championship matchups, every single team that lost their original matchup with their current opponent will win this weekend. Meaning Tulane, K-State, and USC will all win this weekend.
There you go. Boom. I kind of fuck with that.
That's a parlay right there.
I mean, it's the Waterboy parlay.
Waterboy parlay. Waterboy
sponsored by Everett and FanDuel.
Which means absolutely fade it, except Tulane. I mean, we're winning anyways, but you can fade the other 2 picks.
I wouldn't fade the USC one though. We're about to dive into that.
So don't fade it.
Utah versus USC in Las Vegas. We're playing this in the fucking pyramid Death Star looking thing.
They don't do a home. I guess it's different for every conference.
I just know Big Ten's Indy and SEC's in the Georgia Dome.
Okay.
Because I got that right.
For the American, we just have home field advantage. Like you get to play at we're playing here. So.
Oh wow, that's kind of sick.
Home field.
No, Mercedes Benz.
They're playing in Atlanta, the ATL.
Oh my, holy shit! You guys just get a fucking home game.
Yep.
That's so sick.
Mm-hmm. Rematch on same soil. They played here.
Hard to beat a team twice on their own turf. I'm not sure if any team's ever done that in college football.
I don't think so. That's actually a good question. Has a team ever done that? Has a team ever beaten another team twice in the same season in their stadium? Like away. Like an away team beating a home team twice.
I'm looking this up.
It's pretty damn difficult. I mean, UCF.
I'm definitely just Googling a really horrible. I'm definitely just.
It's probably gonna.
I'm
be
not
really
gonna fucking find this.
No, you're not gonna find it. You're not gonna find
it. We're just gonna give the fact out that it's never been done.
Never been done. Hold on.
Never been done.
Repeat that whole thing again, so we have it clear.
Yeah. This weekend in the AAC championship game, UCF will be going on the road facing Tulane in Yulman Stadium. AAC, shout out to them. God bless their hearts. Conference champion winners get home field and get to host a home field game in the conference champion. So UCF will have to beat Tulane 2 times on the road this year in order to win the AAC. The only problem is no team has ever beaten another team twice on the road in the same season in college football history. It's never been done. And it won't happen this weekend. Little bit of a longer form,
we could chop it up.
But yeah.
We could chop it up.
That was more so for the podcast listeners, not the TikTokers. But okay,
the Michigan
back to fucking Utah, USC. Okay. Last time these teams played, USC defended really, really well against Utah on the ground against their running backs. Their quarterback went off, but against their running backs, Utah, 65 rushing yards on 19 carries, 3.4 yards per carry, okay? Not the greatest game out of them. Eric Gentry was flying all over the fucking field, and then he got hurt. But now he's back. Cam Rising, though, ran for 60 yards and 3 touchdowns on 11 carries. So obviously, 3 rushing touchdowns from the quarterbacks, going to be a little bit of a difference maker, Everett. Rising also threw for 415 yards and another 2 passing touchdowns on top, so 5 total touchdowns. Also, to point out, Utah's tight end, Dalton Kincaid? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it doesn't matter because he had 234 yards, 16 catches, and a touchdown against USC Everett. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's the guy. That's the receiver we should shut down.
Maybe.
I think it's safe to say.
Here, I mean, look, it's right there. The loss, USC's loss to Utah is right smack dab in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
They lost by 1 point when Utah kicked it.
Utah came back.
They kicked a field goal to win. Was that what it was?
No, touchdown late. They went for 2.
They got a 2-point conversion. That's why. So, like, look, if we look at their stats, right? We're going to look at Caleb Williams. 5 passing touchdowns in that game. 0 interceptions. 381 yards. He also rushed for 57 yards with no fumbles, with a long of 55. So only got 2 yards on. He got 1 55-yard rush, so 155, and then the other 7 carries, he only got 7 yards. Or he only got 2 yards, sorry. Other 7 carries, he only got 2 yards. So it's going to be interesting. The big difference also is now there's no more Travis Dye. He's out.
No Dye, but to be honest, USC's rushing game hasn't really skipped a beat without him. Austin Jones is great.
Is Jordan Addison playing?
Addison's playing. Mario's playing. Okay. All the boys are playing.
I personally think that if you look at the way also
Taj is playing,
it's really on the defensive collapse. Like that's kind of what happened for that first game. It's hard.
Yeah, no,
it's also the fact that Caleb Williams was doing that then, but he's gotten even better since then as a quarterback.
And I mean, he also played very well in that game. 380 yards, 5 touchdowns.
There is going to be the biggest motivator in sports, in college football and football in general, is revenge. There is nothing more motivating than revenge and wanting a ring. And when you have both of those combined, it is a recipe for absolute destruction against the other team.
That's what I thought last weekend too, man.
Well, your team didn't want revenge nor a ring, clearly. At least Ryan Day didn't. So Ryan Day was born on third base. What do you expect?
They told me that for 365 days that's all they wanted, but it's not. Okay, all right. Fuck that team. USC defense, talk about their defense. They only forced 1 turnover in this first matchup against Utah, okay? Down the stretch, this is how they've been able to come back in the game against UCLA. This is how they've been able to kind of put away Notre Dame. Like, turnovers been so important for USC's defense down the stretch, where they're kind of like they're like a bend don't break, but like they'll like bend break and then take a risk and get a turnover type of defense, if you get what I'm saying. Probably not. I didn't really explain that very well.
I kind of get what you're putting down.
It's just a high risky defense, but it kind of fucking works for this team. It kind of works.
I think that their defense has looked a bit better lately in comparison to how they played that Utah game. So I will give them that. Like, if they can play the way that they played versus Notre Dame, versus
I've just been very impressed in like key clutch moments, what they've been able to do.
Like, the bigger thing is, how has their red zone defense improved since Utah? That's going to be the key.
They ball up. I do think, though, another thing that really stuck out to me was in that in that first Utah game, USC had 0 sacks and only 1 TFL. On the flip side, Utah had 4 sacks. And the thing, though, is like, I don't even care if Utah had 4 sacks. USC still put up 42. But USC with 0 sacks, Utah puts up 43.
It's starting to seem that
give us 2 turnovers and 2 sacks, they're scoring 25, 28.
It's starting to seem to me like this game sounds like it's going to come down to the trenches.
I would say that, except Caleb Williams is so good.
But I know that
this
is what I'm saying. This is more so what I'm saying.
In terms of the
if we still saw, yeah, I think so. But if we still saw Caleb Williams putting up 5 touchdowns, 381 yards, and 57 rushing yards in that first game, and obviously he's done better since then somehow because he's built that way. The difference is
USC ran the ball very well.
You have 4 sacks. You have 4 sacks against them, probably multiple more pressures, and you have your defense allowing points in the red zone, a 2-point conversion, obviously, in the red zone. So that's why I say that. It's not necessarily like Caleb Williams can't will himself out of that situation. It's they need to allow less pressures so that they can score more. And their defense on the other side need to have more pressures in order to keep them from scoring when they get in the red zone, maybe hold them to a field goal, something like that. Back them up.
No, yeah, I get what you mean there. I get what you're saying. I think now that I'm looking at USC's rushing yard, they ran for 6.5 yards a carry against Utah. I mean, like when you're actually looking at this on paper, you're thinking to yourself, how the hell did USC lose?
Their defense.
But
defense wins championship.
But I do think if there was a formula for Utah, I feel like you're not going to shut down Caleb Williams. You can only try to contain him. Hear that? Sirens going off. They hear me talk about Caleb. I think you can only contain Caleb. Maybe you just really got to shut down their run game and make them fully one-dimensional.
Also, real quick, shout out to your roommate for actually meeting Caleb the other day.
Okay, actually, this is hilarious. So the other day, my roommate's just UC in the village, nice little food area. Got like some stores like Target and shit, Trader Joe's. Can get all your goods there. Nice little central area. And my roommate just sees Caleb. I haven't seen Caleb all year. I like literally like everyone I've asked, I was like, have you, like, most of us have seen, like, I mean, it's not weird to see like the football players like just scootering around. Literally everyone's on limes. It's not just them. The whole school's on fucking limes and shit and birds. But Caleb, like, no, I literally haven't heard of anyone telling me that they've seen it. And my brother was throwing out the conspiracy that he definitely did the Justin Fields asynchronous online classes, not Zoom classes. We're talking like online classes, which, hey, no shame, bro. Justin did it and look at him now. He's balling. But my roommate sees Caleb, snaps a pic, and I would not be surprised if that was maybe like the third time he's walked into the village this year.
That might be the first picture he's ever taken with a true USC student.
Who knows? Maybe. I mean, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Ever said it. But yeah, no. Nice little flick with Caleb. I remember I saw Jordan Addison earlier this year, birding around with just Crocs on. It's kind of lit.
Crocs with socks.
It's kind of hard. I was like, shit. I mean, yeah. Bolitnikov winner, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want, you know. kind of do whatever the hell you want. It looks cool. So yeah, Jordan Addison makes socks and Crocs look really fucking cool. But yeah, that's my USC preview recap. Everett, do you want to go over Kansas State, TCU, LSU, Georgia, or NFL time? What do you want? I really don't care about TCU, Kansas State. You said Kansas State. I've been picking against TCU all year, and TCU is just.
I mean, look, I just kind of more said it for the vibe. That was a vibe.
No, yeah, no. I love the vibe. No, don't. I'm not here to rain on your parade.
I mean,
I'm not here to.
This would be a good transition to the NFL. My vibe picks from last fucking week hit. They smacked. Last week we said every fucking pick was a vibe pick. You're like, I'm fucking with the vibe pick.
We're just going with the vibes.
Just going with the vibes. Well, these vibes went 11-5 last week.
Yeah, I'll be honest. So this week, or last week, I did not do well. I went fucking 8-8. I actually think we might be tied now. Overall record.
Could be.
Like literally, I actually think we are. But because of that, I'm going all vibes this week, baby.
All vibes. We riding the wave. Roll wave. We're riding.
I'm going all vibes.
Waves. All vibes.
I'm going all vibes. So I went 8-8 last week. After a 3-0 start on Thanksgiving. Went 5-8 on Sunday and Monday. Just horrible ending. But Everett, my overall record's now 104-76.
Oh. You beat me by 3. You beat me by 3.
I have 3 more wins.
You have 3 more wins than me. I'm 101-79.
I'm gonna write down your record.
So overall, by the way, if you guys just want to tailor picks money line wise, even if you were throwing like $5 or whatever on each, you are making money on the season.
Well, the value would be skewed with favorites.
I mean, yeah, it would be, but technically, if you put the same amount on every single game, even if it's -600, you win or lose, you're making your money back 101-79.
It's just like there might have been a game. Well, when the Eagles lost, I definitely picked them, and they were probably like what -400.
Well, I didn't.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
Commanders.
I'm saying me. But okay.
Also do spread picks.
Yeah, 8-8 last week. We're gonna go over games real quick. Okay. Cardinals and Panthers on bye. Thank God. Who the fuck wants to watch those teams? Thursday night, Bills at Patriots. AFC Beast. Lock in, boys. Okay, Sunday early slate. Steelers at Falcons. Packers at Bears. Jaguars at Lions. Jets at Vikings. Commanders at Giants. Titans at Eagles. Broncos at Ravens. Browns at Texans. Seahawks at Rams. Dolphins at Niners. Chiefs at Bengals. Chargers at Raiders. I'm sorry, I forgot to highlight the Sunday primetime slate is fucking nuts. Okay, Seahawks, Rams, who cares? Dolphins, Niners, Chiefs, Bengals.
God.
I'm kind of pissed my Chargers are playing at the same time as those games. Literally, that was my first reaction.
Also to note, if the Chargers play the way that they did last week, that also, and the Raiders play the same way, that also would be a good game.
Yeah. I mean, knowing the Chargers, we play
not for you, but it'd be a good game for me to watch.
It'll be a good game, guys. That's all I could say. Sunday night, Colts at Cowboys, another fucking primetime game for Jeff Saturday. And then Monday night, Saints at Bucks. So, okay, little trend, the division, a lot of interdivision games this week. So a lot of beef this week, a lot of shit talking going around on Twitter. All right, Everett, my picks. Bills.
You're gonna take like 20 seconds.
I'm going with vibes. Bills Bills, Falcons, Bears, Lions, Vikings, Commanders, Eagles, Ravens, Texans, Seahawks, 49ers, Chiefs, Chargers, Cowboys, Buccaneers. Now that last pick, a lot of you might say that isn't vibes, but let me tell you, you cannot have a vibes pick for a team with Andy Dalton at quarterback. So the Saints can't be a vibes team if Andy Dalton's their quarterback. So they're automatically eliminated from that pick. But okay, give me your picks, Everett. And then I got some explaining to do, by the way. But
I'm not. I will preface this. Actually, no, I'll talk about it when I get there. Okay. Big win season.
I have multiple games where injury switch pick is applicable to four of my games this week.
Has to be stated beforehand. Let me clarify. Stated beforehand.
But I'm telling you, I think I have 4 games where injury changes, and I'm gonna tell you them in a sec. But go.
Okay. Bills, Steelers, Packers, Jaguars, Commanders, Vikings, Titans, Ravens, Browns, Seahawks, Dolphins, Chiefs, Chargers, the boys, Bucks. I'm not gonna lie though, I do actually like the Texans here. Texans revenge game. Everything's set up perfectly.
Pure vibes.
Fuck Deshaun Watson. Pure vibes. But,
pure vibes pick.
But I also just know that even if fucking Deshaun plays like dog shit, they're gonna run Nick Chubb into the ground and still win. Fuck Deshaun Watson, but I mean,
the Waterboy podcast does not stand with Deshaun Watson. Okay, I got some explaining. Let me explain my injury games. Okay, injury game number 1, Packers Bears. If Justin Fields is playing, I'm taking the Bears. If he's not, I'm taking Jordan Love and the Packers. Whether or not Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love plays has zero impact for my injury pick. My injury pick is on Justin Fields. Has nothing to do with the Packers.
The only thing that I'm going to state with JF1, even if he's back, is Darnell Mooney is out for the season.
Don't care. They don't pass anyway. Justin runs. Doesn't phase me. Cole Kmet's low-key been his best receiver this year. Like, the Bears, they don't know how to use wide receivers, so
no, I don't know if they're retaining the same wide receiver coach for the last couple of years, but his ass needs to go. He needs to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, literally, when was the last time you've heard of a Bears Brandon Marshall?
I mean, Darnell Mooney is pretty good, but like
no. I mean, yeah, but
but yes, Brandon Marshall.
I'm talking like a take the league over.
Brandon Marshall still, even at that point in his career, he was kind of washed.
I mean, yeah, but okay, that's my first injury. Second injury game, Lions Jaguars. If Jameson Williams makes his NFL debut, give me the fucking Lions. If not, Jaguars. Right.
I don't think that. Hold on. I think we're gonna need a review on that one because Jameson Williams isn't technically injured prior to this. He hasn't played to this point. He's on IR. I don't think that you can count an IR activation for that game. I think you have to pick it regardless.
Nope. Like
it's an IR activation.
No, it's injury. If he plays in this fucking game, I'm picking the Lions. If he doesn't, I'm picking the Jaguars. Simple as that, Everett. Simple as that. JMO NFL debut, sign me the fuck up. Now
I'm just hoping that he plays because
I only have one. I only have one injury. I only have one more injury game. Oh yeah, this is my last injury game. Saints Bucks. If Jameis Winston somehow Dennis Allen, I think is their coach, somehow deep down his heart, he picks Jameis to start this game, give me the fucking Saints.
It's also not an injury game because Jameis hasn't been injured for weeks. They're just not starting him.
Well, they benched him because of injury. So in Dennis Allen's mind, Jameis is still injured and not available to play. So it is an injury.
Like fucking circling of the rules, but all right.
Injury game is on. If Jameis plays,
that's not an injury. That's just called an activation off the bench. That's not an injury.
No.
When he hasn't been injured for weeks.
No.
Bullshit.
He's LASIK my ass. He's still blind. That's a fucking injury. He's also stupid.
Now you're just talking about disability. Now you're making fun of people with disabilities. Okay, that's not an injury game. All right, so then I'm just gonna
shy
do
away
this.
from that.
I'm just gonna do this. If there's anybody on the injury report for the team that I pick and they lose, I'm picking the other team once they win. That's gonna be my injury games.
I gave specific players. You can go the petty way. I mean, keep in mind, you're the one who fucking tweeted me out of nowhere and said,
"Yeah, I did."
I'm
and
switching.
guess what? Guess what? After that, even after that, and they lost.
Yeah, you still had more picks than me.
I still gave myself the loss. I still gave myself.
I know, but still, you're the one who started this petty thing. Yes,
but it's not even petty when it's this is a completely different array. Like Justin Fields is one thing, but Jameson Williams off of IR, that's a different thing.
That's what you're complaining about.
Starting Jameis Winston off the bench is not an injury either,
dude. Like, it's fucking Jameis Winston, bro. You're acting like it's fucking what? Well, Cooper Rush. If Cooper Rush was playing, I'm 100% picking the boys. But with Dak and I don't fucking know. That's my fucking scenario. Oh well,
what are you talking about?
I'm not saying this week, but I'm saying in a playoff game. No. But I'm saying there are certain scenarios where the fucking the Jameis, it's Jameis fucking Winston, dude. You're acting like wait. Okay, just so I know we're on the same page.
Premise.
If Jameis plays, you also think the Saints are going to win, right?
No, I don't.
So then why do you care?
Switch. Well, for that one, I don't. But more so, it's the premise of
But Jameson Williams, you're afraid of him.
No, the difference is.
So then why do you care?
Because you're switching your pick to my pick. That's why I care. Because he's not going to play.
I'm just saying, I fucking had those before.
Okay, whatever. I don't give enough of a shit. I
have it written down. I mean, you can check my timestamps. Well, I mean, you're the one who's really upset about Jameson Williams coming off.
I only care because I'm trying to get some wins.
What do you mean?
Here.
That's injured.
He's IR.
Which stands for injured reserve.
But the bigger thing.
Injured? Wait. Injured? Wait. How do they describe players
injured in game?
On the Wait, he didn't tear his ACL in the fucking natty last year? Wait, he did get injured in game, Everett. You're wrong.
A year ago. But
injured, that makes it even less scary and less of a fucking threat.
More so, if anything, more so it's I'm trying to tie.
If anything, you're just begging for Jameson Williams to play.
I mean, yeah, but he's not going to play.
I think he is. I 100% think he is.
Alrighty, man. He's got to be activated by like tomorrow.
The second Jameson Williams is back, I'm picking Lions every single fucking game. I hope you know that. So you could do with that information what you want.
All right, let's do.
You can do what you want with that.
We can do game preview here.
I got a what the fuck game of the week, and then I got a game of the week. I have a feeling we might have the same game of the week. I'm gonna start off with my what the fuck though.
Okay.
I was gonna give it to the Steelers Falcons game, but it's not like interesting enough.
I've got mine.
My what the fuck game of the week, Commanders at Giants.
Okay, we don't have the same. Okay.
That is my what the fuck game of the week. I pick Commanders, left hand up, vibes pick.
We rocking with Taylor Heineke.
But
he's the vibe.
The same, this is literally how I looked at this game, okay? At first thought, I just thought there's no way the Giants are going to be 8-4. But then I also thought at the same time, dude, there's no way the Commanders are going to be 8-5. So either way, no result will look right in the standings after this game. It'll look weird no matter what.
So here's my argument for the Commanders is I've looked through kind of what the schedule is for or has been for the
Everett divisional games. You can't look this deep into it, man. It's all vibes.
Let me explain.
Everett vibes. Everett vibes.
No, I know it's vibes.
You're doing too much numbers. We need to do more.
I'm doing too many number crunches. I know.
Dude, vibes, Everett. Everett, stop. Everett, stop. Put the numbers away, Everett. Everett, left hand up. Bijan or Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson. Sorry, I see B Robinson and just fucking sorry. Heineke, Scary Terrence. Come on. Chase Young probably not back. That's I didn't make that an injury pick. I low-key think like that I don't know why, but I feel like if Chase Young just suddenly came back right now, it'd kind of fuck up the Commanders' pass rush.
So just to note, the only interdivision game that
Chase Young, don't get me wrong, fucking God, but
the reason he was out last week, I think, is he's back, but he was sick, so he should be back this week.
He had the fucking cold last week.
Yeah, he had the cold. The Giants have only played 2 in division games. They lost both of them.
Oh,
I mean,
who they play?
Cowboys both times.
They kind of get a pass,
but they lost the first one against Cooper Rush.
Dude, Cooper Rush is better than Dak.
They lost the second one by Dak.
Hey, who has a better winning percentage this year as a Dallas Cowboy?
Oh, Cooper Rush does. Actually, the big question should be whether or not Zeke.
That's one of the only numbers that counts as a vibe pick. Quarterback win percentage.
Hold up. The big thing should be whether or not Zeke was playing. If Zeke was playing, then I mean,
if Zeke was playing, then that's a bad loss on the Giants.
Zeke played in both of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I feel even better about the Commanders pick.
Here's my what the fuck game of the week. Here's my what the fuck game of the week. Jaguars at Lions. Both of those teams are just purely
I think that's why you were upset about the injury chance now.
Both teams are pure vibe teams.
It's all vibes.
Jaguars and Lions are pure vibes.
The vibes were so great.
The vibes are going like
this. No. Literally, Jameson Williams was my vibe tiebreaker for this game.
That was your vibe tiebreaker.
So now, come on, now the pick makes a lot of fucking sense.
It makes a bit more sense. When you're talking about the vibes, it makes a bit more sense.
He was the vibe tiebreaker.
He's the vibe tiebreaker.
And Jameis Winston is the vibe tiebreaker, not Andy fucking Dalton.
Want the Red Rocket?
It's vibes. It's vibes. Everything was vibes. Everything was vibes, except
they should be picking
Justin. That's vibes. All of my injury picks were predicated off of vibes, Everett. Come on.
Okay, that's Everett. Fair. I'll give that to you.
They were all based off vibes.
I'll give that to you. But look at the Lions. Look at the Jaguars. The Lions lost last week, didn't they? This is their first loss since that curse got lifted, essentially.
Yeah, they lost Thanksgiving to Bills.
Yeah, so.
But hey, looked pretty good, though.
So, I mean, in that game, they look good. Jaguars somehow managed to come back and win versus the Ravens after being down 10-19. They got the fight in them. They got the dog in them. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Said it, not me.
It's gonna be interesting. The Lions defense has looked a bit better, although it's still ass. The Jaguars offense has been looking better. Trevor Lawrence looked like that fucking dude last week.
Yeah, I was.
And that's without
gonna give my props to T-Law.
That's also without ETN, by the way. ETN was out the whole fucking game, so it's gonna be really interesting.
Bro.
I think
Speaking
the Jaguars,
of ETN, the fantasy looking shaky right now, but anyway, that's okay. Game of the weeks.
You go first.
I think we might have to say Dolphins at 49ers. So much. It was either that or Chiefs Bengals, but okay.
You know, you could take Dolphins 49ers. I'll take Titans.
It's just Dolphins Niners, the new faces in town, Tyreek in Miami.
By the way, new faces. Also, revenge game for head coach of the Dolphins, McDaniels, and Raheem Mostert.
Oh, McDaniels!
And Jeff
I
Wilson.
always get that fucking wrong.
And Jeff.
Oh yeah, they just made some trades too. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, now fuck, I didn't know that, but if I did know that, the vibes clearly say Dolphins. And the other last thing about the vibes, Everett, is the Dolphins are still undefeated this season in every game that Tua has started and finished. Now, I know that's a stat, that's a number, but that's a vibe stat.
You saw, by the way,
quarterback stat like that, winning stat, that's a vibe stat.
You saw, by the way, that Mike McDaniel cut a 700.
Is it McDaniel or McDaniels?
I think it's McDaniels. Mike McDaniels cut a 700 play tape up for Tua to show him that he's not ass.
Show him that he's not ass?
Last season, the whole thing.
Brian Flores.
I thought
you were saying like he just did that the other week.
Brian
thinks he's ass.
Brian Flores didn't want Tua. He wanted Deshaun Watson. Tua was like internally being like, I'm dog shit. And Mike McDaniels comes in there, says that he has faith in Tua, and cuts up 700 plays showing what Tua does great and why he's a good NFL quarterback.
Respect that.
If that doesn't show you fucking head coach material right there, I don't know.
That's more vibes. Now this is the last thing though, Everett. And I know this is a little bit outdated. And if anything, McCaffrey takes away from this aspect of the 49ers. But man, we could be superstars ever, man. Super gremlin, dude. They're gonna be coming out of the locker room, bump it. Debo, God fucking damn it. Trent, oh my God. I don't care. All right. And Jimmy G, low key. I mean, they definitely don't like Jimmy G, but in terms of how they play, way more vibes for the 49ers offense with him than Lance. And you could disagree with me on that.
You just my only reason is that the Dolphins team, the team Dolphins team vibes overall.
I know. I just also want to give some vibes for a San Fran game too. No. I know. I want to back up. My reasoning for Niners. Home team's a big advantage in my eyes here. Going from Miami to San Fran, long distance, familiar distance for some people, but still a long flight. But yeah, okay, Everett. One thing. I don't really want to talk about Browns Texans. Let's talk about
before we talk about Vikings Jets, and we'll finish with Chargers Raiders. Only thing I'm going to talk about the Titans Eagles game. I picked the Titans. Big thing, obviously they signed Linval Joseph, Ndamukong Suh. But their run defense,
your vibes upset.
Their run defense still dog shit. Give me Derrick Henry right up the middle. I mean, shit.
No Jordan still. Davis.
Jordan Davis still out. He's on IR. So give me fucking Derrick.
Who they just sign?
Didn't they just sign Suh and Linval Joseph? I just said that.
Yeah, I did not process that one.
So give me fucking Derrick Henry right up the middle. Give me Malik Willis package QB draw right up the fucking middle. Let's go. Mike Vrabel, fucking vibes.
No, yeah, I mean that was all vibes. That is vibes. Going Vrabel, yeah, vibes. That is hella vibes. Not gonna lie.
Jalen Hurts is kind of vibes, but fuck Nick Sirianni. Fuck him.
Okay, all right.
Not
okay,
not vibes.
Your game's going first. Jets at Vikings. You guys are 3-point favorites. Everett,
we don't have to worry about the coin anymore. We're good.
Yeah. I also want to point out coin streak is broken. No worries about that. But Everett, also, I wanted to point out that it's really funny that you are 1,000% more afraid of Mike White than Zach Wilson.
Oh yes, I would like Mike.
You 100% want Zach Wilson to start.
Zach Wilson is dog shit. Poo poo. He throwing for 75 yards on our defense, which is ranked 32 in the fucking league.
Yeah, no, but literally, you have a much harder chance of winning. If Mike White starts that game.
In comparison, I am more scared of Mike White and Garrett Wilson than I am of Mac Jones and whoever the fuck he had playing at wide receiver last week, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, dude, Garrett. Oh, you're gonna see Garrett firsthand. You can give me the full on review of my baby boy. You can give me the full.
I am very scared. Their defense is very good. I honestly think that there is a capable chance. There's a good chance that this is going to be a very close game. The Vikings always like making it a close game.
Jets got a really good defense.
Literally, the meme is the Vikings fans want to fucking kill themselves during quarters 2 and 3. So
yeah, I've seen that meme graphic.
Yeah,
of the Vikings thing.
All a joke, by the way. All a joke, by the way. Have to preface that. But the Vikings are gonna pull this out. I think. Oh, my camera just shut off.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Someone's hiding from the Vikings.
Okay. No, I like tapped my computer and it like did that shit. No, but the Vikings are gonna win this game. I think it's gonna be a close game, maybe a field goal, maybe a 1-score game. I'm
going to go on a limb and say they're going to win by 3 like every game.
Yeah, I think that the Jets are actually going to be a good team. I think they're going to make the playoffs.
You think it's going to be a low scoring? Like a 2017?
No, I actually think it's going to be middle high scoring because the Vikings defense is
go over
pretty bad. I think the Vikings defense is bad enough that the Jets are going to be able to score, and I think the Vikings offense is good enough th're going to be able to score on it. Stating this right now, by the way.
Everett, do you have a number on the Vikings over under for the season? Their over under record?
No, I do not.
I'm gonna pull.
I can get it.
Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna get it.
Big thing that I'm gonna say right now: Justin Jefferson goes for over 100 yards and a touchdown against Sauce Gardner. Welcomes him to the league officially. can't get DPI every fucking call. So, or you can't not get DPI every call like Sauce does. I mean, I love Sauce. Great corner. But Justin Jefferson's going to absolutely fucking wax him this week.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty finding.
I'll get it.
Give what their record is and over under. So yeah, we'll let you dive that up. But
just based on some that up. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
The Vikings are 5-5 overall for over under.
So forget everything I just said.
At home they are 4-2. Over under they are 4-2. 4 over, 2 under. When they're the favorite, they're 4-3. So
okay, never mind. I thought okay, screw the analytics. We're all vibes here. Vikings by 3. You're saying a little high scoring.
A little bit, yeah.
I think if Zach Wilson is playing in this game, maybe this is 23-20, 2017. But if Mike White's in it, then Lil Kirko's going to have to show up.
I think
throw his grills on. Isn't he getting grills now?
Yeah, he is getting grills. His dentist in Michigan said that they're making him custom grills for Christmas, just in time for the playoffs, by the way. But I think even if Mike
definitely won't get memed if something were to happen to the Vikings playoff run. But
well, all I'm just saying is like they're gonna make the playoffs. They have to win this week. If the Lions lose, they clinch the NFC North.
No. I'm just saying once in the playoffs. Oh man.
I mean, yeah, we can see. But when did they not meme Kirk Cousins in the playoffs in a primetime game? Even though he's shown that.
I mean, shout out to Kirk. He doesn't really care. He doesn't really care.
I wouldn't give a shit either if I was making millions of dollars on one of the best NFL teams in the NFL. So,
yeah, that's one way of looking at it for sure.
But I mean, I think Mike White, he always has these performances where he looks like God incarnate. Like he looks like the next coming of Tom Brady for like 2 games, and then he shits the bed, and then he looks great again. So I'm hoping it's going to be one of those shit the bed games. I'm just hoping that Garrett can get limited. I think it's a little scary what we've seen him do. Like last week, he fucking took somebody's ankles. Like literally took someone's ankles. Like he no longer has legs. Like he's gone.
Was it against the fucking?
It was against the Bears.
Eddie Jackson.
I think no, and he's on IR now.
No, literally, he got hurt on the 50-yard touchdown play.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just went and snapped his ankles and
wow, Garrett Wilson on IR now. Ended Eddie Jackson, a Bama grad, by the way.
Yeah. But I think the Vikings are going to win this one. It's going to be interesting to see. They have to make sure, like Andrew Booth Jr., he's on IR. I think he had meniscus repair surgery. So he's out for the season. Caleb Evans should be back. Hopefully, they need to sign cornerback depth because now we really don't have anybody. Hopefully, Cam Dancer Jr. or Senior, your guy, by the way.
That's my guy, number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Nah, God, I love my aggressive corners. God damn it, he goes up and hits people. Fucking love that. But yeah, no, yeah. Well, what about him? Yeah, coming back.
He should be coming back. So hopefully having him back. Hopefully have
some aggression in the secondary. That's what I want.
Should hopefully help.
Garrett, Ohio State's soft. Garrett doesn't do good with aggression, so we want Dantzler in.
I'm also hoping that Brian Asamoah II will be starting over or getting more reps.
Oh yeah, your guy. I'm getting ready to label that for you.
I mean, I have him in our Madden league too. He is my guy. He is an athletic specimen.
Fair enough.
But those are my picks.
Okay, Chargers, Raiders going on the road. We played Raiders week 1 in SoFi, barely pulled out a win. So the first thing that I look at now in the NFL after noticing how accurate Vegas is, the fact that my Bolts are only -2 scares the shit out of me, Everett.
I would be a little scared too.
Looking at that line, it seems to me like Vegas is begging you to take the Chargers. It seems to me they're begging you, like free money, throw the house on the Chargers. That's what that line signals to me. If it was Chargers -3, then okay. Then like I think it'd be a little more 50-50. But -2, I think that Vegas wants you to bet the Chargers,
which is also scary. Whenever Vegas
concerns
wants you to bet something, normally
not good. There's no such thing as a lock. You know, there's literally no such thing.
Literally
so this concerns me, and I said, okay, Chargers were 6-5 right now. I was saying, let's end the year 4-2, 3-3. Fuck, this might be a loss.
Still, the playoff hopes are still.
Oh, we're in the hunt. I saw us in the Fox in the hunt. Oh, we're in the hunt, Everett. Don't get it twisted. We're in the fucking hunt. But shit, it's a divisional game, Everett. You know my rule.
Throw everything out the window.
You remember what happened last time we played in Las Vegas.
I'm gonna have one more thing to say after this. We're gonna have to go back to college football in a second. Okay. I forgot. I got one fucking thing that I need to get out.
Okay. I mean that's kind of what I like.
All right.
What I got though.
Hopefully Chargers win. They're probably gonna lose. Hopefully Chargers win. Chargers are gonna lose, but hopefully they win.
A lot of the times though, when I say they're gonna lose, they win. Then when I say they're gonna win, they lose. So this might be a win.
Okay. All right. This is what we'll close on. Just in time for our game on Saturday. You know what my biggest rule in all of sports is? This is my number one rule. All of sports.
Oh my God, Trent Dilfer just got hired head coach of UAB.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Trent.
Big man Trent.
But yeah, okay.
You know what my biggest rule in all of sports, specifically college football? You know what my number one rule is?
Specifically college football, but applies to all of sports?
Yes. But more so just college football and football. It's my biggest rule.
Too short to bet the under?
I mean, obviously that is my number 2 rule, but my number 1 rule, emotional wins lead to losses the next week. And you know who just had an extreme emotional win last weekend?
Oh, don't fucking say it, dude.
UCF.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Michigan's about to lose to fucking. I was about to say, dude, stop, bro.
That's too big. Bro. That was too big of a win to count it as emotional. It needs to be like a close.
You were gonna get this podcast clowned into the dirt if you were gonna say Michigan was gonna lose. I don't even know who the fuck they're playing.
I mean, Purdue are the spoiler makers, but I don't think that's gonna happen. No, UCF last week had a 28-0 lead against USF. The end score of that game was 39-38. I think maybe they got one more touchdown. Maybe
Where was that? At home for them or on the road? You know,
it was on the road.
Okay.
The War on I-4.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called. The War on I-4 because they're in Tampa. UCF.
I kind of like it. It's got a nice ring to it. Nice little.
UCF scored on a last-second touchdown to win the game. They were up to win the game. The touchdown was reviewed and called inbounds, even though it was clearly out of bounds. Emotional wins coming back like that versus their biggest rival in the conference to send themselves to the championship game, to go to the Cotton Bowl. Emotional wins lead to losses the next week.
Yeah, we've done our fair share of, emotional wins, emotional losses. It's definitely guided our college football picks this year. Definitely guided it. NFL, we're all vibes, and I fucking love it now.
I've experienced.
We're a vibes show, and I fucking love it. But college football, we are all emotions, all heart. That's the only thing that I make my picks on, because that's how college football is.
Well, that's what you use.
But the NFL, strictly vibes, baby, strictly vibes.
All right, but with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Rate us 5 stars. Follow us at WaterboyPod. I sounded like a fucking New Yorker there. Follow us
keep going. I got one quick fun fact on the pod.
On TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. We post episodes every Tuesday, Thursday. Make sure to check them out on YouTube and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can listen to podcasts. We are available. Make sure to listen to us on all airplanes, specifically Delta. We want to become their number 1 airplane podcast. Grant, you want to give us a little fun fact?
My last fun fact of the day, despite playing in 4 less games, Joe Flacco still has more passing touchdowns than Zach Wilson. Everett?
Waterboy is out.